Fish is widely recognized as one of the most beneficial whole foods in human diets, valued for its high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, iodine, selenium, and other micronutrients that support brain, cardiovascular, and metabolic health. This strong health reputation, however, makes fish particularly vulnerable to misuse in the ultra-processed food system. When fish is broken down, washed, reshaped, and rebuilt into sticks, spreads, cakes, and snack products, much of what makes it nutritionally distinctive is stripped away. The result is a category of foods that retain the name and image of fish while delivering far fewer of its benefits and introducing a range of new health concerns. Fish sticks and breaded fish products are a common example of how ultra-processing transforms fish into a vehicle for refined starch, industrial oils, and sodium. The fish itself is often minced and combined with binders before being coated in batter or breadcrumbs. Deep frying or pre-frying saturates the product with refined seed oils, dramatically increasing calorie density and oxidative load. The high heat used during processing can degrade omega-3 fatty acids, which are among fish's most valuable nutrients. What remains is a product that behaves more like a refined carbohydrate-fat combination than a protective protein-rich food. Regular consumption of these products can contribute to inflammation, weight gain, and poor lipid profiles, particularly when they replace whole fish in the diet. Surimi, or imitation crab, represents one of the most extreme examples of fish ultra-processing. To produce surimi, fish flesh is repeatedly washed to remove fat, blood, pigments, and much of its natural flavor. While this creates a uniform, white protein base, it also removes many micronutrients and nearly all omega-3 fats. Sugar, starch, salt, flavorings, and colorants are then added to recreate taste and texture. The final product may contain more carbohydrate and sodium than protein, despite being marketed as a seafood item. Because surimi is often consumed in large quantities without a strong sense of fullness, it can contribute to excessive sodium intake and blood sugar fluctuations while offering little of the cardiovascular or anti-inflammatory protection associated with real fish. Canned fish spreads and pâtés further demonstrate how processing undermines fish's nutritional value. These products often blend small amounts of fish with mayonnaise, vegetable oils, starches, and emulsifiers to achieve a smooth texture. This dilutes protein content and introduces refined fats that are prone to oxidation. The spreadable format also encourages overconsumption, as calories are consumed quickly and without chewing, reducing satiety. Over time, reliance on these products can shift dietary fat intake away from omega-3s toward omega-6 heavy industrial oils, undermining the very reason many people choose fish in the first place. Fish cakes and seafood patties frequently rely on fillers such as potato starch, wheat flour, or modified starches to hold shape and improve yield. These fillers replace nutrient-dense fish with inexpensive carbohydrates, while flavor enhancers and salt compensate for reduced seafood content. The result is a product that spikes blood glucose more than expected from a protein food and delivers disproportionately high sodium. For individuals with hypertension or metabolic risk, this combination can be particularly harmful when consumed regularly. Extruded seafood snacks represent the furthest departure from whole fish. These products often contain minimal actual fish, using fish powder or flavoring instead. High-temperature extrusion destroys delicate fatty acids and denatures proteins, leaving behind a crispy, shelf-stable snack that functions nutritionally like any other ultra-processed product. Despite seafood branding, these snacks provide little protein, negligible omega-3s, and high levels of salt and refined oils. Their light texture and intense seasoning make them easy to overeat, reinforcing habitual snacking patterns rather than nourishing meals. A critical warning with ultra-processed fish products is the illusion of health they create. Because fish is associated with heart and brain benefits, consumers may assume that any fish-based product carries similar advantages. In reality, these products often deliver the opposite metabolic effect, combining refined carbohydrates, oxidized oils, and excess sodium while removing the nutrients that make fish protective. This substitution effect is particularly dangerous when ultra-processed fish replaces fresh or minimally processed seafood in the diet. The central problem is structural destruction. Whole fish contains intact muscle fibers and natural fat distribution that slow digestion and promote satiety. Ultra-processing dismantles this structure and rebuilds it with additives designed for shelf life, texture, and flavor consistency. What remains may still be recognizable as fish on the label, but functionally it behaves like a highly engineered snack or convenience food. The strongest warning is not against fish itself, but against allowing ultra-processed seafood to dominate intake under the assumption of health. When fish is reduced to washed protein paste, bound with starch, fried in industrial oils, and preserved with salt and additives, it no longer protects cardiovascular or metabolic health. Instead, it becomes another contributor to inflammation, sodium overload, and dietary imbalance, quietly undermining the benefits that real fish is known to provide.